You're now listening to the 11:30 podcast. Enjoy the show.
I'm from the city, DC, that's where I'm from. 11:30 podcast, Dre and Willsy is the one. Let's get it, yeah. Who with me? Let's get it, yeah. No, with me, yeah. I'm from the city, DC, that's where I'm from. Let's get it. 11:30 podcast, Dre.
Yo, what it do, everybody, man? What's going on? Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the 11:30 podcast. What's goody? I appreciate everyone tuning in here on YouTube. You dig, man? If you're new to the show and if you haven't done so already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Definitely hit the like button down below. Comment, share, follow, and make sure you subscribe to the 11:30 podcast show here on YouTube, man. For real, I'm back at it, man, with another podcast episode. It's been a couple of weeks, you guys, man, but Beyond 11:30 is back with the crew, Harley, Chanel, Brian B, and of course myself. But man, the podcast show is here on another episode. I got a great guest, you guys, that's joining me here on this week's episode. Herbert, you guys, man. He's the motorcyclist behind the drawings, entrepreneur, just to name a few. I'm gonna bring on my guy, AJ, and we're gonna chat with him, man, about his amazing journey, amazing story. AJ, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. How's everything, man? How's your day been going?
Man, it's good over here, man. We're down in South Louisiana, so it's like it's either freezing cold one day, it snowed for I don't even know the last time it snowed. Now it's 80 degrees, so we're trying to stay unsick, you know.
Yeah, and look at, I know all about that, man. Just a couple of people in my circle, man, just been sick, including myself for a little while too. I think that's why I haven't done the podcast episode. But we all great, man. In here, you say you're from Louisiana, right? What part?
Right, Lafayette.
Okay, Lafayette, Louisiana, man. I hear a lot of great stories about Louisiana, especially the food scene, right?
Food's not bad, man. It's hard to stay thin down here. That's for sure.
Okay. What's one of your favorite meals from that you would recommend though? If I was to come to Louisiana, man, before we get
man,
into
if you came down to visit me in Louisiana, man, I'd probably make you a good gumbo.
Oh, you know what? I hear about that a lot. I hear about that a lot, man. For
good
real.
gumbo, man.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
And I live right down the street from this city called Scott, Louisiana, and it's the boudin capital of the world, man. Boudin is kind of like dirty rice in like a casing, like a sausage. Man,
okay.
It's good. It's good for a hangover.
Okay, that sounds good, man. Definitely got to try that, man. I talked with a buddy a couple of times. He always making gumbo though. He's definitely from Louisiana, so that's awesome, man. Really awesome. But AJ, once again, appreciate you for taking the time coming here on the 11:30 podcast. Anytime. But for my listeners and viewers, man, I like to allow the guests to have the stage, man. You mind telling everyone about yourself?
Well, man, I work at the Harley shop. I ride motorcycles, and man, I just I got this thing that I got to do every day, and it's called artwork. I've been doing it since I was about as far as I can remember, man. The first thing I did, I think I was about 2-3 years old, and grew up doing that. I kind of did everything too, like, man, I played football, I skateboarded, I played rugby, I raced motocross, I raced motorcycles, and I'm too old for that now, but now I can just concentrate on my artwork, and I've been doing that. I've been leaning into that pretty hard lately,
Yeah. Is that one of your paintings behind you?
Yeah, man, that's a whiskey throttle in the back of me. I just laid that one down.
Okay, man. Hey, look at it, man. That's fabulous. I really dig it though. I know you said at a young age though. Sort of how did this this artistic journey for you in paintings really begin?
Man, first thing I could remember about that was I was about 2 years old, man, and my mom had some kind of a box or some kind of jewelry box or something like that, and I drew in it with a crayon. And instead of getting in trouble, man, I drew Mickey Mouse in there, and it looked just like Mickey Mouse. So, they were like, okay, man, this dude's got something going on here, And then I was about in 4th grade, and Mr. Roberts, my teacher, he was teaching math or whatever, and I was just drawing him, I was doing him a portrait, and he looked down. He's walking around while we're doing our timetables are supposed to be, and he snatched that paper out from underneath me, and he goes, "Man, I want to see your parents after school." So I was like, "Oh man." So I was scared. I thought I was gonna get beat down. So I'm about to cry and everything. So my parents, because both my parents worked, so like they had to
Yeah.
take off of work, go to school and stuff, man. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So we get all there, and he goes, "Man, your son was drawing while we were doing math," and he slams the paper on the ground again. "Congratulations! It looks just like." Oh, I was like, man. So he came. He told my parents to come over, man, just to congratulate me instead of getting me in trouble. So that that's another memorable experience when I was little.
Wow.
But
Okay.
and then all throughout high school, I drew, and I never really took it serious, because of everything else that was going on, like
Okay.
being a teenager and riding motorcycles, being wild and everything. And not until I
Okay.
started getting older and chilling out more and getting more patience is when I started really leaning into it, and taking it pretty seriously and gotten a lot better at it.
Okay. How would you did you say you were when you said you drew the Mickey Mouse?
Oh, I was like 2 or 3.
Okay, about two or three, man, and
Yeah.
like at two or three, you just figuring everything out, right? I got a little son. He's 2.5, almost about to be going on 3 this summer, and at this time, you usually taking a crown, just just scribbling on a piece of paper or the coloring or
Mhm.
whatever. Like, what was it, for you? I guess or at least your mom told you, or that you could remember, that just gravitated you to just draw Mickey Mouse, and just be sort of this really fantastic drawer, at a young age at that.
Yeah, man, it wasn't nobody told me to do anything. It just came out, and
Mm,
it's not something, I mean, look at me. It's not something that I would have chose to do.
yeah.
It's just, the good Lord just said, "Hey, look, zap, and this is what you're gonna do. And
Mm.
this is what it made you for, and you gotta do this. So it just comes out. It's not like nothing I can help. or it helps if I'm interested in it, but like if I'm into something, man, I'll draw it. And you know I wouldn't have chose to do this. I was stuck with it, and I think it's a good thing now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said you just was this something you chose to do, and as you got older, the patients started to come in, and you was able to fulfill these paintings and drawings and stuff like that. What was something that you was ambitioned by, that you was like, yo, you know what I'm gonna do it. I know you say you love motocross, right, and everything like that.
Hmm.
What was something that you sort of had in your bingo cards, that like, this is what I'm gonna do when I get older, and not knowing that your drawings would be something that would choose you.
Yeah, I was doing my thing, and that's the only thing that really would come out without any effort. So I was able to embrace it and put a lot of passion into it and make it great. Everything else I wasn't that great at. I was just okay. But this is the only thing, and I was really good at. So I was like, man, I need to stick with this, make it
Oh,
happen.
okay, cool, 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 man. I know those moments where you're in class and you're just probably not paying attention, or just talking to other classmates, but you were just drawing the teacher, though, like. And I really thought that was a fantastic story, because, like, come on, what better way to sort of, like, I guess, not get in trouble, but you're sitting there drawing the teacher, though. Did that teacher become, did you become close with that teacher afterwards, though, even though you drew him and it was perfect, what you
Yeah,
said.
we became close, and he encouraged me further to do what I was called to do. That was just kind of a little. I proved it to him by doing that. And he was
Mm,
kind of lenient on me. When I would draw in class, he would turn the other cheek. He wouldn't get down on me too hard. He would let me do it.
okay,
You know.
cool. I got you. I definitely got you, man. You also speak about your drawings, man, and your paintings, how it makes you feel normal. Can you talk about that?
Well, yeah. Growing up, nobody really was an artist that I knew. You know, my family were all business people.
Mm,
They really wasn't creative or have an artistic bone in their body, and I did, you know, and but so I was always outcast. I was always black sheep, you know. Really wasn't nobody really understood me a little bit, you know, if that makes sense. So yeah, you know, so I felt kind of not normal. I kind of felt different, you know, and but when I'm drawing, you know, that makes me feel normal. It makes me feel that
mm.
I belong and that I'm a part. You know, when I do something great, you know.
Yeah. What was it about it that sort of made you basically different? I understand everybody's different. Look, I'm different. But what was it made you sort of, sort of didn't fit in, I guess, with everybody else though?
I mean, first of all, in my family, you know, I'd really like to be a businessman and look at numbers and do a, you know, and I can't, you know, I'm
Okay.
just not, it just ain't my thing, you know. So,
Got you.
but I
Got you.
try to, and I'm not successful at it. So, you know, it makes me feel like different, you know. And then, I mean, and then growing up, you know, being someone that did something different than everybody else, it was kind of ooh, I got a little different, you know. But when I do the artwork and people see it and they're like, man, that's good job, you know, then I get praised a little bit, so that makes me feel better for being different, you know.
Hmm. Look at man, I praise you for doing things different because I think just like you said, your parents were in the business, and it was sort of like it was sort of like, hey son, you can get into business too, and count numbers and everything else, but that wasn't your thing, and you just decided to go your own route though. How was the support with you, for you just going down your other route, and just that, in your journey of knowing that you just had to do something for you and not for everyone else?
Man, it was tough. I didn't have a whole lot of support. I went and did my own thing, quit the family business, eventually came back later, but I didn't have a whole lot of support until quite recently, you know. I was married once, and I didn't get no support there, and I just got remarried in June, and my new wife really supports me and encourages me, and and that's why I'm really serious about it too, because I got a lot of support now and encouragement. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I'm grateful every day for it.
Yeah, you definitely gotta have someone, man. I feel like that's gonna support your journey, man, and it's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen overnight. Some things are, everyone can't always see your vision, and man, the painting that is displayed right there behind you, it looks flawless. To be honest with you, I dig it though. So I
Thank you,
think
man.
that's really awesome,
Appreciate
man. Yeah, real dope, man. What keeps you motivated and inspired?
Man, just like whenever I'm into stuff, like right now I'm doing. I mean, I'm not saying I'm into cocktails, but I'm doing a cocktail series of alcoholic drinks. Like I got a wine one, I got a martini, I got the bourbon. I'm starting a champagne glass today, actually, and right after I get finished with this podcast. So I got that going on. I got some musical instruments I'm going to be doing in the next series, and then also I'm going to be doing some local culture, for my area, paintings for that. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. When you're did they have art when you were in school? Did you take art classes or such like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I took art classes, and man, that's the only thing that kind of kept me out of trouble. My art teacher kind of looked after me, and I was kind of wild. We'd get in fights and stuff, and my art teacher would bring me and put me somewhere else so I wouldn't get in trouble, and and then I went to college, and I took art in college too.
Yeah, yeah.
So
How did everyone else, feel about obviously, being in the same class? And I know I would probably have to sit beside you. I'm not even gonna, lie or anything like that, because I'm like, man, my God, painting is real nice. Like, can you teach me though? But I know you passed. Yeah, you had to pass with flying colors though. But I was that experience though also. And you mentioned college as well and talked about how that really wasn't your thing, and you just wanted to just go there to learn more about art and stuff.
No, yeah, in high school, man, that was the only class I made an A in for sure. I wasn't very intelligent when it came to school books, you know. But and then I was kind of disappointed in college, man. I went to college and they just wanted to teach you how to think. Like,
Mm,
hey, you need to act like this, you need to do this. I was like, well, no, I'm gonna act like me. I want you to tell me the technique. And they were like,
mm,
well, no, we need to teach you how to do that. And I was like, and I didn't get along with none of my professors, man. I'm not gonna lie. And so I just learned everything on my own.
mm.
Yeah, they didn't even have oil paints in college. They just broke out acrylics, and I learned on YouTube and through personal breakouts.
Yeah, man.
So
YouTube is a good teacher, man, for real.
yeah,
That's it.
man, yeah, a lot of tutorials, man. I mean, I learned a lot, man.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Have you thought about becoming a teacher? In art.
Yeah, I thought about that, and I do. And when some people want to, hey, let me teach me how to do this, I'll do it. I'll teach them how to the basics, and well, and I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, I don't want to teach you anything because I learned it myself and it's
Yeah, yeah,
proprietary. I don't care
yeah.
about all that. I just if someone wants to learn, and I think that's cool. They just want to be an artist, so I'll teach them everything I can. I
Okay.
also like to teach people how to do art because of the therapy part of it, man. I mean, like, it's like I don't know, it's like riding a motorcycle. You can go ride and man, it'll take all your blues away. It's all woo-saw. It's all good. Same thing with art. You do your thing, and you can just feel that your bad karma and bad juju come out of you. So it's
Mm.
nice, and I teach people how to do that primarily for that reason. If anything else.
Okay. Cool. 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 What's been one of your sort of favorite drawings? I want to say. And what was one of the longest one you have drawn? Like basically how long it took you to draw one, and your favorite painting that you have drew.
Man, I like to do people, man.
Mm.
A lot of people don't like to do people, but
Okay.
everybody's different, man. And you just paint or draw their differences, and you got them.
Mm.
The longest painting I have done was not a person. Although it was actually a motorcycle.
Oh wow.
And man, I did the chrome and all the fins on the motor. It was and everything, and it was just like a close up of the tank and the engine with all the chrome. And man, it came out good. It took me almost a year to
Mm.
paint that one, and because it was so monotonous, man, that I would quit and take a break, go paint something else, come back, paint on it again. So like, it took me a long time to do that one, but it came out real good.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. You know what I think? When I think of that, I think of like like cartoon shows of like animation. Have you ever thought of that?
No, man, because most of my stuff, as you can see, is photorealism. I
Yeah.
do a lot of realism, and I can't make anything look cartoonish. I can't. I ain't wired for that. I tried to do, like, someone said, "Hey man, can you do a caricature of me?" And I'm like, "All right," I tried, and then man, it ends up looking like them, like just like I can't. I can't do the cartoony thing. My brain, it
Okay.
won't work like that, man.
Okay, okay. Hey, that's fine, man. That's real dope. Real dope. But your paintings also, man, fabulous paintings is also going to be presented in the New York in a New York City gallery.
Yeah.
How does that how does that make you feel? And also, you talked about paintings and drawings, how it's therapeutic and make you feel, and that you would teach someone for that sort of reason. How does drawing make you feel when you are in that mindset?
Well, being in New York, man, that was a dream of mine always. It's like a bucket list. And it finally happened, and it's going to be in May, and that's what the cocktail series is about. I'm going to have about 5 to 7 pieces. It's going to be on Wall Street and in Chelsea. And I'm really excited about that. And but man, just drawing. I mean, my wife, she'll see me drawing, and you can see me. And she's like, "Why are you sighing?" And I'm like, "That's the negativity leaving my body." You know,
Mhm.
it just all the blues just leave while you drawing, man. I can't explain it, but it's like maybe you with your podcast, and you know, you can relax doing it, and that's how you get down and gets rid of your blues. You know, that's how I do it when I paint. You know.
Hey man, that's cool. That's really cool. Cool way to relax yourself, man, and just take all the negativity away. Cause you know we all got that therapeutic, like you said, man. Coming on here, chatting with different people, man, is I think it's awesome. You know, definitely hearing their story and their journeys. To where they become at. What would you tell yourself, your younger self, something that yeah, what would you tell your younger self sort of that you didn't know now? Because obviously you said, man, you know, painting chose me, you know, and obviously you had to mature and grow and have patience to now where, you know, your paintings are, you know, being displayed, you know, in May, you know, in a New York City gallery. So, you know, how would you, you know, tell yourself something, tell your younger self something that, you know, that you probably wouldn't sort of know right now?
Man, I'd tell my younger self a lot of stuff. One, man, be yourself. You know, never change what you believe in and what you stand for, and just to be accepted by other people. Stay who you are, and don't change, and finally, you know, eventually everything's going to come out for you in the good run. Be patient. Um, don't try to hurry things up. Don't try to make things done before it's meant to be done. You know, follow things to the end. Uh, saw wood. You know, stay the course. Um, what else would I tell my young self? Shut up. You know, keep your mouth shut. Listen to people. You know, quit. Don't be arrogant. You know, be humble. Come from a place of gratitude, and come from a place of love, and man, you'll be successful.
Okay, I definitely dig that, man. For real, I like the part when you said "shut up," man. Look here, God gave you two ears and one mouth, man, for you to listen, and you know sometimes just shut up, man. For real, because your mouth can get you in some trouble sometimes, especially when you just, you know, when you're young or whatever. So,
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely know how it is, man. Who been some of your inspirations, you know, behind your paintings, man, and yeah, your drawings.
Man, look these guys up, man, if you get a chance. John Singer Sargent, man, he's one of my favorite. He was around late 1800s, early
Mm,
1900s, and man, he just does stuff so loose and quick. But man, it looks real from afar. Then you get real close, and where you can see the brush strokes, and you can see that it's loose. And he just, I don't know, he just had a knack for doing it on the first try, and it was nice, man, badass. And Norman Rockwell, man, I mean, look him up. He was on a magazine from the whole, you know, 1900s. He did it for a long time, from probably like the teens or the 20s all the way to the probably 80s. And
okay.
he just passed away not too long ago. But man, he did a great job of capturing people. Yeah, I mean, he can just paint someone. You can tell what they're thinking. You can tell
Yeah.
what they're going, what's going on. You know, and he did some nice stuff.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I definitely dig it. I keep you know, admiring the jewelry in the background. So I definitely dig it. All right, you guys, man. Before we move on, or you know, sort of wrap up the show, you said you're in Louisiana as well. The Super Bowl was actually this past Sunday. Man, did you have any dog in the fight? Well, you're a sports guy.
Man, the Saints wasn't playing, so I didn't have no dog in the fight, man.
Yeah, yeah,
but
the Saints.
I could have, you know, the way the season went, man, I could have swore KC was gonna win, because they were winning stuff that I was like, how'd y'all do that, man? So I was pretty surprised when the Eagles put it to them, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was. I did not expect them to. I think it was, at one point they was up maybe
40
30 something.
points. Yeah.
Like 30, at one point it was like 30 something to 0, and then I got tired, I got sleepy, so I was like, okay, well, this is, not really a competitive game, and then I came back, and I think the end score was like 40 something to 20, so yeah, I didn't even think the Kansas City Chiefs would do that, and the New Orleans Saints. Did have a great year. I'm a fan of the Ravens though, so Kansas City eliminated us from the playoffs. So I didn't expect that though, but yeah, man, I guess in the future we'll definitely see New Orleans, the Saints, man, back up on top though, for real.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, you guys, man, we're gonna keep the show rolling on, man. It's time, you guys, man, for the WTF. Excuse me, actually, yeah, that's the second time I did that. It's actually time for the hot seat, you guys. All right. I just was saying to myself, man, I did that last time, the last episode. All right, it's the hot seat. All right, AJ, man, I got 5 questions for you, and we gonna roll with it. You ready?
All right.
All right. If you could draw anyone or anything in the world right now, what would it be?
If I can draw anything in the world right now, what would it be? I've been wanting to do this. It's a big old plate. It's a big old table full of ball crawfish on some newspaper, and that nothing represents Louisiana besides that. And man, I've been wanting to do that. And I'm gonna do it on the next painting, I think.
Okay. I like to see that. Yeah. Okay. If you could collaborate or work with, or have a drawing or painting with anyone, I know you speak with someone that was big inspiration to yours. Who would it be?
Yeah, if I can go back in time and go hang out with John Singer Sargent, I mean, that'd have taught me a lot. I'd like to have done that.
Okay.
Cool. They got a new guy that's still alive. His name's Will Rockford. He does some good stuff. I've been following him a lot. Need to contact him. Maybe I can get collaborate with that guy.
Okay, that's cool. All right. If you had a warning label on you, what would it say?
A warning label. Warning explicit lyrics.
Okay, explicit lyrics though.
Yeah.
I get it, man. I get it. Yeah, but okay. So what's the one explicit lyrics? Maybe when you're drawing a painting, and maybe just you had to start over though.
Let's just put it this way. I expand my vocabulary a lot. Gotcha. You name it. That's what's gonna come out of my mouth if I screw something up.
Gotcha. Okay. What is your biggest fear?
Man, heights.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm taking a class right now to paint murals on buildings, and man, heights. I'm also a good fear is to look stupid in front of a bunch of people. That's a big fear of mine too.
Okay.
But I'd say the worst fear, man. I'm not fear of dying or anything, but just man, heights freak me out, man.
Yeah. I got on a couple of roller coasters before though, but I don't know, but too high. Yeah, I'll just be like,
but roller coasters, I'm strapped in, so it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not really scared about that because you're moving and the G forces and everything. But like, man, the Hyatt Regency right next to the Superdome, it's big and it's huge and it's open inside. So like 20 something stories, man, and it's open, and like you just got this little railing, and man, you can see all the way down, and you're not strapped in, and you feel like that whole thing's doing this. And I'm back against the wall, man, like this.
Yeah.
It freaks me out.
Yeah, heights is definitely something that would freak me out too, man. I've been high a couple of times. I think when we took a trip to Myrtle Beach, and we was like, I don't even remember what floor we was on, but I just know when you get on the balcony, it's just too far high. I'm like, I gotta go back inside.
Oh yeah.
Because I just keep having these little freak out thoughts, like, oh my God, it's like, it's too high. All right.
It makes me like lose my balance, man. Like.
Yeah, you don't want to lose your balance on a balcony.
No way.
You don't want to do that at all. All right. Last question. If you can travel anywhere in the world, where will you go?
Man, Europe. I would rent a bike or ship a bike to Europe and tour the whole Europe on a motorcycle. That would be
Mm,
that would be the best. That would
okay.
be the best, man. Just to tour Europe in my own time, all around, see all the castles and see all the old stuff and the museums and the artwork everywhere.
Yeah.
Go to Paris and Germany and Czechoslovakia and Italy and Venice and all that on a motorcycle where you can catch the
Yeah.
smells and the change in temperature and just be one with the road. Man, that'd be great.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Europe before?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Okay.
I've been to. We just got back from Scotland and
Mm,
in England. I went and watched the Isle of Man TT race. Uh,
okay.
that was cool, man. You're on a sidewalk and over there, dude. They don't have any guardrails and shit. It's like these dudes are doing 200 miles an hour on them on like in the street, and you're on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
It's like boom. It's real cool. So I went all the way over there. That was a bucket list of mine. So we went and checked that race out. Went to
Okay.
Spain before, but no, I haven't been in France and Italy and all that yet. So
Okay.
that's if I had to travel, I would rent a bike, ship a bike to Europe, and tour on a Harley over there. That'd be nice.
Okay, okay. You're a Harley Davidson type of guy, right?
Yep.
Okay, okay. I know you got a couple of motorcycles already,
Yeah, I got a
right?
few. I got a few.
Okay, all right, all right. What's the best time, to ride around? Because I know obviously when the weather breaks, you said it's about 80 degrees, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, in Louisiana, it's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
year
So,
round.
oh yeah, so that's a
Oh,
beautiful time right there, right?
oh yeah, all
Yeah,
year round. But
yeah.
and I mean, sometimes though, I mean, I say all year round, but man, sometimes in August, I mean, like you get caught at a red light in August, so down here, I mean, I've seen people fall out. You know, had to go get an IV or get some water, get rushed to the hospital in the ambulance, by getting too hot, overheating. So
Yeah,
man, the best times around spring, April, May,
gotcha.
March, and then man, the best time is like around October. Around homecoming
Okay,
time.
cool.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Okay, that's dope. Real dope. Look at AJ, man. I appreciate you for coming through, man, here on the 11:30 podcast, chopping it up, man. I really dig the story, man. I know at times, especially when the story you was chatting about, just sitting in class. I've been there, and actually, I think the last episode I was chatting with my buddy who actually I was in elementary school with, and I just remember times where we were just just chatting about whatever it was, probably wrestling or whatever, and wasn't even paying attention to the teacher. And the teacher goes, well, DeAndre, can you read that, please? Oh shit, I wasn't even paying attention. Like, so I know those moments. But hey, look at it, paid off for you, having the awesome drawing, man. But I definitely commend you. Keep doing your thing, man, and keep killing it. Before you go, tell everyone where they can possibly find you at. Check out your paintings, and also, anything else you would like to share.
Yeah, man, check me out on I'm AJ Abear on Facebook, but on Instagram I'm aj.abear.biker.artist, and I got a website. It's ajabearbikerartist.com. Check it out.
All right. You guys heard it first, man. The links will be down in the description right now. So you can go ahead, click on the link, check out all AJ Herbert's amazing stuff, man. For real. Once again, AJ, man, it's been great having you here on the 11:30 podcast. You guys, man, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna wrap up the show here on the 11:30 podcast, man. Don't move. You're listening and you're watching to the 11:30 podcast, man. AJ, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us. I really appreciate it. I'm grateful.
C is unique. We match other world-class cities pound for pound in dining, nightlife, arts, culture, theater, sports, outdoor activities, green spaces, and the list goes on and on. But nowhere else can compete with our monuments, our museums, and memorials, and no other city has as many free things to do. Add it all up, and DC's diversity of experiences is truly unmatched. There's only one DC.
Yo, we back here on the 11:30 podcast. Appreciate everyone sticking with me throughout the break. Yo, what a show it have been, man. Yo, AJ Herbert, thank you for coming through here on the 11:30 podcast show. Really great time chopping it up with you, man. For real, really great time having you on. All the links are down below for everyone that want to check out AJ Herbert's drawings, paintings, man. Definitely follow him on social media. Really cool guy, man. There's really great conversation. I don't even have anything else to say about AJ, man. It's really cool. But you guys, man, yo, it is Friday, episode 216 here of the 11:30 podcast show. I definitely want to shout out Dennis Cruz, who was on episode 215 this past Wednesday. Really great show. Definitely check that out too. And once again, shout out to Katrina for definitely hooking me up with some amazing guests, man. For real, it definitely been great. All right, you guys, man, I'm about to roll on out of here. You guys probably hear my little man in the background watching Bluey. Yeah, it's about that time. But you guys, man, no watch along. You know, everyone who followed the wrestling podcast, no watch along tonight. Friday Night SmackDown is in Washington D.C. I was like, at the end of that show, man, I was like, man, I gotta give me a ticket, man. I don't even know where I don't even really care where I'm sitting. I gotta get a ticket. Solo Sikoa made his return last week, so I feel like Jacob Fatu, man, got a whole lot to say about that. Like, hold up, wait a minute, bro. Yeah, you might need a time to get yourself right after losing the Roman Reigns on Netflix. Mike was embarrassed, but still, though, like, you know, it basically, to me, I look at it like Roman left and Solo, filled that position. And it's like when Solo left, Jacob Fatu had to fill that position. But the thing about Roman left for about 6 months, 4 months or whatever like that. Solo left for a couple of weeks. And now I feel like Solo and Jacob Fatu are going to clash because it's like, hold on, wait a minute, man. You know, like I'm running this now. You left and took your ball and went home, so how that's going to turn out is going to be interesting. Of course, on Monday Night Raw this past Monday, Jey Uso has confirmed he's going to take on Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. So, man, yo, it's some cool stuff, man. I'm looking forward to. I was on Commission Talk this past Wednesday with my guy Warren Marlowe, and shout out to Blackheart from Off the Top Ropes Podcast Network. We was talking about Ricky Starks a little bit, man. I didn't actually see it, you know, if he actually appeared on NXT, but I saw a bunch of clips, and, you know, Ricky Starks being one of many who was in AEW and coming over to WWE, and more than likely it's going to flourish, man. You know, we seen Cody Rhodes, we seen Jay Cargill, we seen CM Punk, Brian Pillman Jr. now which he is Lexis King, Penta, who's on Monday Night Raw right now. Like, we just seen a couple of these guys. What was his name? He was called Ty Dillinger. But what did he go by his name? Sean Spears. He's back after leaving, you know, of course, Andrade, though. But, yo, what a time. What a definitely time, though. Yeah, but more than likely a vlog coming from, you know, SmackDown and everything. But, you guys, man, what a show it have been. I don't think we got a WTF moment, man. I don't think so. Do we got a WTF moment of the week, man? I don't think so, man. I really think the WTF moment, like I said on episode 215 about the Super Bowl and everything like that, man, it was crazy. I didn't see the Kansas City Chiefs getting blown out like that, but yeah, the whole halftime performance, it was great. It was some little moments in there. I was like, man, is it the fans or is it, you know, K Dot? But I don't think it was though. All the symbolism and all that, I think it was amazing, man. But yo, enough of me rambling on. This was a great episode. Once again, AJ Herbert, thank you for coming through here on the 11:30 podcast show. You guys, man, definitely make sure you tune in and catch up on episode 2 of Beyond 11:30, streaming now. But you guys, man, until next time, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Stay safe, stay blessed, man. Give all the glory to God. Won't he do it? Yo, tell a friend, we out, man.